I am Benjamin Quinones Jr., founder of the Asian Solidarity Economic Council, or ASEC. My talk is about empowering women through social and solidarity economy, or SSE. As you are well aware, the UN General Assembly launched the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, in 2015 to ensure no one is left behind in development by 2030. But progress towards the SDGs had been slow. It is estimated that only 17% of the SDGs have been achieved to date. The UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres noted that the SDGs were already off track even before COVID-19 emerged. According to UNESCO, the problem of poverty and marginalization of the vast majority of people continues to this day. Nearly 1 in 3, or 2.5 billion people, live in what is called societal poverty line, and 65.9% of total employment in the Asia Pacific region are in the informal sector who lack social protection. To address this problem, the UN General Assembly adopted resolutions A-RES 77281 on April 13, 2023, and ACE.279L.22 Rev 1 on November 26, 2024, recognizing social and solidarity economy, or SSE, as a key driver for inclusive and sustainable development, helping to achieve the objective of leaving no one behind. The UN General Assembly also provided a definition of SSE, which is now being used by advocates and practitioners worldwide. Based on the UNGA definition, the SEC entities include cooperatives, membership-based associations, mutual societies, NGOs, foundations, social enterprises, and self-help groups. The SEC entities identified by the UN General Assembly usually operate in accordance with the values and principles of SSE, such as engage in economic activities that put primacy of people and social purpose over capital in the distribution of profits, contribution to the SDGs, mutual aid, voluntary cooperation, democratic or participatory governance, and autonomy and independence. As an economic ecosystem, SSE strives to win over stakeholders not only from the civil society sector, but also from the for profit private sector for access to finance, technology, and market, as well as from the public sector for policy and program support. SSE focuses on enabling SSE entities have access and social inclusion. Since its establishment in 2013, the UN Task Force on SSE has called on the international community to recognize and support the role of SSE in localizing the SDGs. Being part of the RIPES, or the Intercontinental Network for the Promotion of SSE, which is a founding agency of the UN Task Force on SSE and currently serves as observer, the Asian Solidarity Economic Council, or ASEC, has spearheaded the promotion of SSE in Asia since 2011. The UN Task Force on SSE has compiled examples of actions of SSE entities throughout the world in localizing and achieving the SDGs. On the SDGs in poverty and hunger, the collective action and mutual assistance of SSE entities, such as rotating savings and credit associations, rural producers, organizations, self-help groups, and consumer cooperatives are prominent. Health cooperatives and community-based schools are contributing to SDGs in health and education. Women groups or associations, community self-help schemes, and renewable energy cooperatives are contributing to SDGs on gender, water, and energy. Credit unions, rotating savings and credit associations, community-based ICT schemes contribute to SDGs on decent work and industry. Housing cooperatives are contributing to SDGs on settlements, and several types of SSA entities contribute to SDGs on equality. Fishery groups, self-help groups, and SSA networks contribute to SDGs on oceans, justice, and partnerships. With all these substantive contributions of SSA entities to inclusive and sustainable development, we at the Asian Solidarity Economic Council would welcome partnership and collaboration with the UN Asia Pacific Business Forum in supporting and strengthening SSA entities for localizing and achieving these SDGs. Thank you and good day.